Now let's see if they're brave enough to earn it. They all need money, they all need money, they all need money, they all need money.
Yeah, seen it all coming from a mile away. And we break, we got a bug. Sing it like a stone in a rich man's world when the push it comes to shove. We're free as the sun on this highway. We're doing what we think of. Ain't got tickets to a Broadway show. We don't need no country club.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the G-Files. Welcome to this week's press conference as we answer questions. We're going to go over our mid-season update as well. We'll start off with that. And while we wait on some questions to come in, hey, Dom, appreciate the like there, brother. See Wyatt's in here. Night Knows, love to see y'all. If y'all get a chance, man, definitely go check their streams out. They put on some good stuff as well. If my controller hadn't died, there we go. So we'll look here where we sit for the season. We'll go ahead and go to stats, and we'll look at season stats real quick. Kind of go over where we're at. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to talk about the recruiting class, man. We're going to go over that as soon as we get through this. Definitely going to talk about that. So Jamal Smith having a really good season this year. What's up, Dom? 96 for 128, 1,438 yards, 16 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions this year. Something we haven't seen a lot of from any of our quarterbacks the last 2 seasons. Smith has come in this year and really, really made an impact on this team. We normally see, God, I think we had last few seasons we had so many interceptions, it was crazy. And I will look at that and I'll compare it here in a sec. 75% completion percentage. He's been sacked 7 times all season. That's not bad. Would like to see less sacks, but you know you do about that. But yeah, Smith has come out and really showed out this season. Sanders, 91 attempts, 455 yards, averaging 5 yards a carry, 8 touchdowns. He's not putting up the numbers that we're used to seeing from a running game, but he's also sharing snaps with Morrow. If you look, Morrow's got 43 for 200 yards. And 4.6 average and 2 touchdowns. So if you put those together, he's right up there with all the other running backs. Sanders is, but Morrow is coming in and giving him a break. Sanders doesn't really have the wind to be able to carry a whole game. Having to run a 2-back system this year. Kimball Madison's got some rushes. Sam Scott's come in a couple times. He's our 3rd string running back. Made plays when we need him to. And then, Smith has 22 attempts for 1 yard. So all I can say is he's not he's not in the negative. Receiving wise, McPherson's leading our team, our tight end, in catches. He's got 23 receptions, 396 yards and 4 touchdowns. Walker, sophomore, has been showing out this year. McPherson's a true freshman. That's kind of been showing out. And then we got Cooper, 317 yards. That's a redshirted freshman. One touchdown. Madison, look at all these different receivers. This is what Smith brings to the table, man. He is. We even got a guard catching footballs. But look at this. That's 1, 2, 3. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different receivers. And out of those 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of those 10 have touchdowns. That's called moving the ball around, man. That's what we like to see. Blocking, much better on the blocking. A lot more pancakes, a lot more sacks. Love to see it. Defensively, Ty Brown leading this team in defensive tackles with 24 tackles. True freshman, another true freshman. Solo tackles, 23 out of his 24 have been solo tackles. 3 are only been tackles for losses, 1 assisted. He's got 1 sack, 2 interceptions. 33 yards and 2 defensive touchdowns. He's had 1 fumble recovery for a touchdown and a interception for a touchdown. So Ty Brown's really showing out. Xavier, just love to see this, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different interceptions this season, all from a different person. That's crazy. The whole team is just showing out. If we look how we compare to the rest of the nation on team stats, there's one I really want to look at that I absolutely love to see. We're kind of in the middle of the pack in offense. Not real flashy offense, nothing crazy, but really good altogether. 2,141 total offensive yards, 2,700 total yards. Passing yards were at 1,438, rushing 703. Passing touchdowns 16, rushing touchdowns 11. And again, allowed 7 sacks, 96 first downs. Really moving the ball well across the sticks. Defensively, we'll have to sort this because we're probably middle of the pack defensively too. Maybe a lower tier. I don't know. Actually, I don't. Let's see where we stand in total yards. Looks like we're probably middle of the pack, yeah. So middle of the pack defensively, 1880 yards allowed, 1,300 passing yards, only 551 rushing yards, 141 total points allowed, which we can fix that up a little bit. I see y'all's questions coming in, guys. We're going to get to those, I promise. That's kind of why I go through this first, to let y'all get some questions in. Also, because I want y'all to see some of these recruits. Y'all might have some questions about them guys as well. So don't think I'm ignoring the questions, especially you, Skeet. I got your questions up from from Discord. So sacks, we've gotten 7 sacks this season, 1 fumble recovery, and 5 interceptions. So just looking much better this season all around. Conversions, I don't know why I did that, but let's go back. It's acting weird. Conversions, we're sitting. It's easier just to do it by that, yeah. Third down, we're at 64%. Like to see that a little higher, but that's something we're gonna have to keep working on as the season progresses. 4th down, 10 to 12, 83%. That's really good. And then 100% for 2-point conversions. Of course, we've only gone for 2 twice, so love to see it. We want to see lower numbers or higher numbers on 3rd and 4th down conversions, but percentage is still really good. Red zone is what I really want to talk about. If we go to the offensive red zone percentage, ignore Florida State and Kansas. I don't know why theirs isn't reading right, but whatever. We are currently sitting at 100%. The only other user team other than Florida State, Kansas, and Pittsburgh is us. That's huge as far as user team goes. Defensive, we're allowing way too many defensive touchdowns at 93% when they get in the red zone. Definitely got to clean that up. Yeah, I love to see that. Good Lord, 100% going into week 5 in the red zone is awesome, especially for this team considering where we were, 2 seasons ago. Penalties, any penalty is a bad penalty, so that's just bad. Just clean that up. And then turnovers, we are, I think, middle of the pack as well. I think we're at a +4 maybe. Yeah, no, +3 then. Yeah, so we're at a +3 glad to see that positive numbers. Past 2 seasons, it's been like abysmal, like down in the negative 11s. So we've only got 3 giveaways and 6 takeaways. So like to see more takeaways, but I love to see the low amount of giveaways. So that being said, we're going to talk about some of these recruits real quick, and then we're going to get into the questions. Let's see here, recruiting. I'm going to have to black y'all out for a second. Just because I don't want y'all to see what I'm about to find it here. There it is. Don't want y'all to see all the recruits I currently have on my board. Just the ones we've signed. So let's go down here. There we go. There's all of them. All right. So currently we have Charles Mackey. He's a true freshman, 6'3", 244 pounds, out of Barberton, Ohio. He was a +6 gym, 79 speed, 89 acceleration. He's got 83 power moves, 82 finesse moves, 79 block shedding, 76 tackle. I mean, the guy's great true freshman coming in. And then right here we got JUCO sophomore Rich Parks, 6'4", 240 DN from Bowman, North Dakota. I don't know why I was about to say New Delaware. What do you mean the blackout didn't work? All I did was pull my coach podium up. What's up, Cass? Rich Parks, 79 speed, 88 acceleration. I love his block shedding at 80, power moves at 86. Then you got Lamar Barron. This guy's from San Rafael, California, 5'11", 177. A little short for a corner, but you know we'll make adjustments with him. 87 speed, 87 acceleration, 88 man coverage, man. 84 zone, 83 press, 80 play recognition. Robert Atkins, I want to say he's another JUCO sophomore. Oh, hush, Gator. Speed 53, acceleration 74, but again, block shedding in the 80, power moves 81. Julian Franklin is a true freshman, 6'2", 281, defensive tackle. Again, more power. We go great power moves, great play recognition. Stephen Wright. Whatever. Y'all see these 2 guys, y'all see them. I don't care at this point. I can't sit here and go over this and worry about y'all trying to steal recruits. Stephen Wright's a JUCO sophomore, middle linebacker, 81 overall, +5. He's 80 speed, 90 acceleration, 92 tackle. Look at that shit. 92 tackle and 83 block shed. That dude's going to be a beast. And then finally we got John Bostic, man. This guy, 6'2", 215, from Lakeland, Florida, stolen right out of Gator Nation's home state. 84 speed, 82 acceleration. Acceleration goes up 3 to 4 a season. So, and speed usually goes up 1 or 2 a season. So he's looking at probably being in the 90s. He'll be probably mid-90s in acceleration and then low 90s in speed his senior year. But that stiff arm with an 85 stiff arm, almost 80 trucking, almost 80 block tackle or break tackle. This guy's going to be a monster coming up. +8, big steal for our guys. So. Oh, is he slow for a Lakeland kid? With that being said, we'll go ahead and get into the questions now. And see what we got here. 5-0. Oh, nope. 5-0 from X Time White says 5-0. What has changed from this year from last year? I'm definitely going to say the quarterback play. When you don't have to only rely on one style. If they're shutting down, which they have, a lot of teams, even Texas, was keying in so hard on our run game for the last 2 seasons. That's what we've had to rely on our run game to get through these wins. And yeah, the fact that we were able to, that Jamal Smith has come in off that injury last season and showed out, and he's forcing these teams to understand that we're not one dimensional. We can throw the football, and that's just opened our playbook up tremendously. So that's the big thing that's changed this year defensively. Just Ty Brown has probably been our biggest guy on defense that has really brought these guys together as well. He's a great leader. If he feels they need to work on something, they say he keeps his guys after practice. They work on it. So let's see here. Heard team buses had to Gator have a police escort in after big win in Austin. Larimer is buzzing with excitement. Oh yeah, man. So yeah, there was a lot of. That was a big win for us. We weren't supposed to. We went in there. I mean, if you look at the the coach pick 'em in the RTC league, not a single person that picked Wyoming. Not a single person. They came out ready to play and ready to prove something. And that was the big deal for us. They needed to get it done, and we did. We kind of let them come back there in the last quarter. I'm gonna blame that more on me than my guys, though. I kind of got too conservative in my play calling. It's something that I got to fix as a coach is get the play calling more aggressive and put the game away, because that's going to end up biting my guys in the butt, because they've been out there playing hard for all 4 quarters for me to just slow down and let that happen. But they stepped up. There was Ty Brown actually stepped up on that last play on that 2-point conversion where they were trying to go for the win. I honestly assumed, since they were the home team, they would go for overtime, but they went for the win, and Ty Brown stepped up, knocked that ball out, and we walked away with the W. So let's see here to do. What do I believe is attracting all these recruits to Wyoming? A little bit of playing time, I think, but mainly I think it's the atmosphere, man. What people don't understand about this atmosphere with these guys is, I want kids that want to play. Everybody goes and runs after those 5-star recruits, and those 5-star recruits sometimes got too big a head, man. And I like these 3 stars. I like these. JUCO sophomores, they feel they got something to prove, and that's what I want. I want kids that got something they got to prove. They're getting overlooked by these big programs, and now, as you can see, they're starting to beat these big programs. So, what is your biggest issue right now in defense? Right now, I'm going to say our biggest issue is getting pressure on the quarterback when we don't blitz. Y'all saw last game against Nevada, we blitzed a lot and got a lot of pressure. But my D linemen have got to get off their blocks and get in there. That way we can get some coverage sacks. I mean, there's a couple times I think we should have had some coverage sacks. We've had great coverage, and the quarterback's just been able to sit back there and, wait for the wide receivers to make their second move. The other issue we got on defense is the initial tackle. We miss a lot of the first tackles. Like we'll have a guy running back in the backfield, and our guys just don't wrap up, and that's something we've had an issue with. It's like I said, we're probably this defensive coordinator. If the AD allows it, he makes the final decision. But my defensive coordinator knows very well that I do not like how our guys have been tackling, and I told him he needs to clean that shit up, or I'm going to be pushing him out the door. That's something that's got to get fixed. How did you keep the guys motivated against Nevada and not have the dreaded letdown game after a big win? I just told them, I was like, "You're 5-0. These boys, like I said, these are all young recruits, and they were all overlooked by the bigger schools. And a lot of these guys got, they got something they want to prove. So that's what we're working on. That's kind of the mindset I want them to have. Prove you belong where you are. So." I think that they have that mindset, and every week, they kind of lost that mindset, it seemed, when we played Hawaii, but they came back out this week and did really well after that big win against Texas. Plus, I just think these boys are pumped the hell up now. I think they're ready to play. I think they want to keep playing. So, everybody play your game so we can advance. Hint, hint. Are you practicing on stopping Seaver? I'll tell you this, Grayson. I don't know if I've ever seen so many seam routes get open in my life as I saw against um, against Texas. But he did. That coach, they called it. At first he was trying to rely on Yates, who is a great running back, and that was kind of our game plan going in. We went in, we looked at the tape, we saw that Yates he has the second amount of receptions as the receivers on his team, so we kind of keyed in on Yates. But the second they got away from that, and again, that was my fault. I didn't adjust well enough to keep those seam routes from coming open because I thought maybe the coach would go back into his old routine of just relying on that running back on Yates, but he didn't. He did good. He almost came back and beat us, and I'll give Coach Dredd all the credit for that, man. He never quit fighting. So, what do you think it's gonna take to get into the top 25? Well, I'm hoping after this week we've been in the top 25. I thought us beating Texas would. I mean, hell, we were ranked 26th when we went in to play Texas. We beat them. We come out and we're still ranked 26th. So I don't know. We got to talk to the pollsters a little bit because I think these boys have shown they deserve to be in the top 25. But now, granted, we still got Boise State coming up. They're ranked 15th. We can pull that win off. I think we got a chance if we can go undefeated. Now, granted, we got a good Florida team coming up too. But if we can go undefeated, I don't know if the Postals will put us in the playoffs. But right now, our goal is to get in the top 25, win the Mountain West Conference Championship. That's our number one goal right now this season is win that conference championship. It's something that Wyoming's hasn't done in years. And actually, I'm not sure we've ever won it in the Mountain West. I'll have to look up that history for y'all, unless someone else knows the answer to that. You can tell me. So let's look at Skeet here. Skeet's always got good, long questions. So you got to see what he's got here. He says, here are 7 critical thinking questions. What, with an aggressive approach in the first half, particularly in the fourth downs, can you share whether this was a premeditated strategy or a response to how the game unfolded in real time? Everything I do generally is real time. So I go into a game with a game plan. Like I said, I went into the game with the focus on Yates, slowing Yates down. He was on the Heisman list. We knew we had to shut him down to get that win. We knew we had to play clock control to get that win, which we did, which is why in that fourth quarter, a lot of people say, well, that was, in that fourth quarter when I went for, I think it was fourth, it was the third or fourth quarter, when I went for that fake punt, my objective there was I was not going to give them the ball back yet because they had started coming alive. Their quarterback had started getting hot, and we wanted to hold on to the ball. And if I did have to punt it, which we ended up having to in that drive either way, I wanted to be able to pin them deep and make them drive the entire field rather than only driving 50 yards, 50, 60 yards. Yeah, I punt from the 30. They probably going to catch the ball at the opposite 30. That return man they had was dangerous. And I would have rather took my chances with the fake punt than giving that return man the ball. I mean, he almost broke a couple big returns on us for touchdowns on kickoff. So that was just a decision I made, and it ended up working out for us. Everybody. I had some guys tell me, it was a great call, coach. That's how plays like that go. If it works, you're a genius. If it doesn't work, you're a complete idiot. Luckily, I look like a genius this week. May not look like that in the next few games. So, leading up to the roughing passer penalty was a decision to apply pressure, a called play, or was it an overzealous move by the player? Appreciate the like there, Greg. How will this shape your coaching on discipline going forward? So that was an overzealous play by the player. We sent a blitz. Perry, our linebacker, he's used to just running in and whopping quarterbacks. He's moved from linebacker to D end, but he he just got overzealous, man. It was a bang bang play, so it could have gone either way. It's at the at the ref's discretion. So I'm glad. I'm glad he had the fire in him to get in there. I wish he'd have just kind of held up a little bit, but yeah, that didn't really affect my game plan as much as it didn't really affect the game plan. But that's just something we've had to talk to Perry about after that game. Was like, hey man, once that quarterback releases the ball, let it go. Coach, with the 21-0 lead nearly intact before halftime, what's your perspective on maintaining momentum while keeping penalties in check? How crucial is discipline to your team's performance? Discipline is huge. I'll use the Hawaii game as a prime example of discipline. Hawaii had us dead to rights and was going to kick the game-winning field goal and jumped off sides and then had to go for it instead of being able to kick the field goal, and we held them. Which in return put us in overtime. We were allowed to win that game. Discipline is everything, and we got to have discipline. We've had a lot less penalties this season than we have in the past, so love to see the discipline. But I would like to have no penalties. I doubt that's possible though. Your team had a high success rate on fourth down conversions. How does this statistic reflect your team's preparation and mindset, and what does it say about your confidence in the offensive line? I have every bit of confidence in the offensive line. A lot of these guys were on the team when I got here. I redshirted them, get them a couple extra seasons under our offensive coordinator, and so that's where we're at. I have all the confidence in the world in my line. If I didn't, I wouldn't go for it like I do. In crucial moments for a two-point conversion play, can you walk us through what went into the decision for your defensive call? Was it purely a tactical choice, or were you also playing a psychological game against Coach Dredd's offense? So I didn't want his guy to be able to stand back there and pass, but I also needed so I sent blitz, and most of the time when we blitz a man blitz, right? We blitz 6, and our other guys are in man. That's most of the time our idea for that with the Texas game. And so what happened was I changed it up a little bit, and I said, let's run a blitz. So we put ourselves in the 5-2. I wanted to get Perry in the middle there, and that's what we did. We had Perry roam the middle of the field to watch for anything like that. Now, they ran a middle screen, which wasn't a bad play call at all on Coach Dredd's part. It was a great play call. Actually, it almost worked. But they ran a middle screen, and they almost caught us in a blitz there. But Perry did exactly what he was supposed to do in that situation. He stayed home and made the play that needed to be made to get us that win. So, yeah, there was no psychological game against Coach Dredd's offense there. That was just, one coach making a call and another coach making a call, and both of them, in my opinion, were great calls. And one guy's players just made the play that needed to be made. That's all that was. Wyoming was victory by a never margin with such a close score line. How do you prepare your team to handle the mental aspect of the game, ensuring they stay focused and execute under pressure? Practice, man. That's it. That's what we do. We get out there, we practice and make them understand it. I always say it don't matter, if you win by 30 or if you win by 1. That's my big thing, right? A win's a win in my book. I don't care what the win's like. There's ugly wins and there's good-looking wins. We had an ugly win against Hawaii, and we've had 2 good-looking wins in a row against Texas and Nevada. So, being close doesn't matter as long as you have the heart and the ability to push them, hit them in the mouth, make them like it, and get that win that you need at the end of the game. So they have been executing under pressure well, and that's what we want. So moving forward, will you change the approach when playing with a big league and finishing the game? Gator, I don't know. I think it depends on. I have noticed the conservative play call has almost cost me a couple games, kind of slowing it down. And it just goes to show, that no game that's ever, until that final whistle blows, no game is won. And but you also got to, we play a lot of clock control. And so that's our MO, and we want to, we already slow it down. So I think I think maybe I need to look at speeding it up and just keep it going. I mean, that game against Texas, we shouldn't have started running the ball as much. I mean, my God, they were crashing 11 guys every play. So at that point, I should have just started lighting them up. Force their hand, force them to back the hell off. But I wanted to run that clock and get out of there with a victory. It's a big thing to win at that stadium when you're the away team. It's not an easy place to win at. So definitely wanted to get out of there with a victory. So we tried to burn the clock, and again, it ended up almost costing us at the end, but we did get the W. So that's all that matters in the end. So that being said, I'll see if there are any more questions coming in while we're waiting on that. I want to show y'all and see if I can get it up here. We'll go ahead and go over our schedule for the rest of the season, and we will see who all we got left coming up. So currently we travel to Colorado State this week. It's a big rivalry game for us. So I'm hoping that we haven't fared as well in our this rivalry game. And let me see here. Yeah, so our last rivalry game against Hawaii, we barely won, right? And then we come out and we barely win against Texas. Then we beat the brakes off Nevada. We've had good games, 52-33 against San Diego State. But Colorado State, if we look at the tape here, they're better than us on paper, but we're better than them in stats. We're 4th ranked in points per game, 9th ranked in rush defense. Pass defense needs a little work, but that is what it is. So, but then we travel to Air Force, and those are our last away games until the last 2 games of the season, which that's Utah State's going to be a big one. But this game right here is the one. I don't want to look past these guys right here. I don't want to look past Colorado State, Air Force, New Mexico. Definitely don't look past Boise State, the ranked 15. But we're going to take it 1 week at a time. But this is the game that's going to solidify whether or not we are who we want to be. This is end of the season form. Florida's 6-0 right now, and they don't look like they're going to slow down anytime soon as far as wins go. So that's going to be a big game coming up in 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. Hey, Apollo, appreciate the like there, brother. So yeah, definitely going to have to. We're going to have to start running different stuff to prepare for that game. But we got 2 big games coming up toward the end of the season. Weeks 11 and 12 are going to be huge for us. Number 15 Boise, they're undefeated, and number 3 Florida. And if you look at the tape, here, Boise, we're kind of we still have better stats than them. But hey, appreciate the stars, man, brother. Oh yeah, definitely gonna have the crew there for that, man. That's gonna be a big game. We definitely need to talk to Irish and them guys about commentating that game, Gator. You're damn right. But yeah, that's going to be a big game. So we got a lot of big games left in the season. Right now, we're currently winning our side of the conference. We don't have anybody on the Heisman list, but we don't care. Right now it's all about getting wins. So that being said, man, I appreciate you all for coming. I appreciate the questions. We'll do this probably every 2 games now. That seems to work out the best for me with how busy my schedule's been here lately. So we'll do this about every 2 games. We'll do a press conference, and eventually we'll get back to doing it once a game. So night no. But hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Apollo, again, man, I appreciate the stars. Love the support, brother. And on Facebook and Twitch, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitch, all that good jazz. We will see y'all in the next advance. I don't know when it will be. It's supposed to be Sunday, but we'll see. Everybody's been playing their games early, so we may get an early game this week. Who knows? But that being said, guys, hope you enjoyed the press conference. Hope you enjoyed time with Coach McCheesmo. And God bless, and y'all have a wonderful night.